Hello everyone and welcome back to CEVO-TV. I am still Misled. Metuz is still with me. And we are bringing you map number 2 between Team Dignitas and eFrag.net. Map 1 did go to Dignitas, so it's do or die now for eFrag. They want to come away with a point out of this thing. And this is one of their better maps, if not their best map. So let's see what they can do here from the T side of things. And it's a fast A-hit coming right off the bat. They're going to work their way out, but Nico will be able to get one. Nico's able to get two before he goes down. The flank attempt over there at B doesn't work out, so it will be a 2 versus 3 here. And oh my goodness, Dreamer does go down in the sight, and that's going to leave just Bubble trying to run away, and AZ will catch him from behind. So right off the bat, eFrag drops their first round to Team Dignitas. That's not going to bode well here, Metuz.
It's certainly not. I'm a bit surprised that the eFrag split up at the end there in a 3v2. I'd like them to go together, you know, pick a site, go for it. If it's going to be A, fair enough, just plowing together. No crossfires, easy for Dignitas, and they go for the full assault rifle buy. And again, completely understand this one this time around. They know eFrag are going to have Tech 9's armor or maybe a CZ thrown in there, but it is actually 4 Tech 9s and a P250. eFrag going for the split onto B, sending 2 players connector, the other 3 B. This is something we called before, that even with pistols, it's very viable to actually go onto that B site. If you get a couple good flashes down, you can burst onto the site, get a couple of entry frags, you're good to go. Here we go, eFrag pushing in.
eFrag's gonna try and force away in the site. Good flashbang comes out. Kirby goes down. AZ's in the water. He gets 1. Actually gets 2. Doesn't go down. MSL will get removed. AZ finally drops, so it's worked it into a 3-on-2 with the bomb planted at the B bomb site. Good cover coming out here. It's gonna be hard for Pimp and Nico to try and retake this. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. It's very, very viable to pistol armor towards the B bomb site. And that wasn't even just a full outright rush. That was just a split through connector, up through construction, and the other ones were going to work their way through monster, and they made it work for themselves. Get the bomb planted. Nico's going to step out and able to take down one before Bubble gets the trade, and Pimp gets dinked. Now he's got a crossfire and will go down, so eFrag will win themselves the force buy round and force Dignitas into a save.
Yeah, and I expect you're going to see a whole lot more of that strat. Maybe more monster focus, pushing through monster itself, and a couple flashbangs thrown over through connector as well. There's a lot of smokes you can put down. You get one to upper, you can get a Molotov onto the toxic barrels. A lot of places where eFrag, I think, you're going to try and utilize. That does put Dignitas in a force buy of their own, including a scout and upgraded pistols. So I can't really say this one is a great move from Dignitas. They kind of have to go for it, right? If you win this, you can get AK-47s back on your team. You can break the economy of eFrag, but just judging from their positions, I feel like eFrag should be good to go here, especially if they get the first pick onto Nico.
Yeah, and they're playing this anti-eco pretty well here. Just spread out decently good, just waiting to see if any of these CTs are going to overextend or push. Working 2 players towards the bathroom or closer over there to party and fountain area, but still one's upper park. You got Dreamer working his way down through the tunnels, and he actually gets taken down by Pimp. So that's going to be a free gun pickup there for Pimp, and he will grab that AK. That's going to pull a large rotate over back to the A bomb site as only AZ's there. He does spot one from the jump peak, and it looks like the bomb is rotating to the B bomb site, and they played this so very well. eFrag anyways.
Yeah, I can understand why Dignitas have done this, though. They've got pistols. If they can stack a site, there's a chance that they can get kills, and they can convert that into a round. It's just unfortunate. Very good call from eFrag once more. Bombs down on B. This is a very difficult site to retake, especially when you consider they only have a grenade and no defuse kit. So I think Dignitas are going to save and have, if they do, like hypothetically, keep all their weapons, have another crack at that chance in round number 4. Kaibi with that pickup, though, is pretty significant because he can now trade out for an assault rifle as well. So they now have 2 assault rifles instead of 1. So, eFrag, they are going to win the round, but it could be a pretty big cost. Spy Leader, though, spots the players on long. If he can pick up these 2 frags, it's absolutely critical. He gets picked off, and that will be another assault rifle going the way of Dignitas. So, not a terrible round for Dignitas. Yes, they lose, but they have a chance now in round 4 to pull off something special.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be 3 rebuys that have to come out here from eFrag. They have the economy to support that. They have been getting the bomb plants on the 2 rounds that they won. That's going to help them out quite a bit here, and they're going to fully buy into this thing. And let's see what Team Dignitas does here with their players that don't really have cash. It looks like just pistols are coming out for Nico and AZ, as we have Pimp with the AK MSL and Kyrie with the 2 FAMASes. So they're going to try and force with those 2 rifles, as eFrag's looking like they're going to get aggressive towards the B bomb site. Once again, had a lot of luck here. Let's see if they can continue that luck. Get themselves another round win from the B bomb site. Good grenade comes out. MSL goes down to 62. Tries to go for the repeat. Can't hit the shot. NKL will take him down. Now EFrag with a large advantage here, even though Dreamer's very weak. Same with NKL. They have the B bomb site.
There's a couple of massive grenades that are thrown for Dignitas. They have got a frag back with a 5-7. This is doable, you know, from Dignitas. The spree
wow,
is
the
real.
flank.
4 franks is so quickly. Oh my goodness. That is ridiculous from Dignitas. How did they get away with that? They just lined up E-fragged. A couple grenades destroyed them. What spray control that was, 2-2. And I was just saying before that I was going to say the decision to not buy with the 2 guys with pistol I liked because it kept everyone in an even economy. So they could then buy the next round. But geez, man, they win it out. They get all the assault rifles across. And now E-frag are the team that have to force buy. And they're the team that could be forced into an eco after this.
So it looks like they're going for that tried, tested, and true force buy round that they did in round number 2, I believe that was. Yeah, the round 2. They're going to try and split now. We're going to have AZ trying to spam some shots into the doorway. It's going to work out. He's able to take down Dreamer right off the bat, so that'll force this into a 5 versus 4. They're going to execute up. They're going to try and split between Construction and Monster, and they are just getting blown up right now. MSL has to be careful. He's got one right in front of his face. He's able to take him down. Smoke goes down, and no, NKL is not able to plant the bomb, and there goes Spy Leader. So another eco round or force buy round for EFrag didn't work out at all, and it was that B split that they used so effectively in round 2. Given, though, they were going against FAMASs and SMGs that round, you still would have think they would have picked up a frag off of it, and they're buying again.
These are the rounds here where I do not understand the force buy at all. I can understand if the last one, fair enough. You wanted to crack the economy. If you get the bomb plant, you get a chance to buy back up again. This round, you look at the economy of Dignitas, they can buy up next round whatever happens here. E-frag, yes, they're on round loss bonus coming up, but not enough that they're going to be able to sustain a decent buy if they don't get any kills and they don't get a bomb plant. This is such a risky play from E-frag, and needlessly so, we're just at the beginning of this map. Things could still go back in their favor. These are the kind of decisions I wish that they wouldn't go for, but hey, maybe they'll prove me wrong.
I mean, if you could come up with the win, that's going to be huge, but good flashbang comes down. Kyrebe is able to step out, take down Victor and Dreamer. The entry fraggers for EFrag out of the way. NKL will get one before traded out. There goes Spy Leader. He was the last one left. That's going to be 4-2 now in favor of Dignitas, thanks to MSL getting 2, and a great flashbang came out from his teammate to make those happen.
And there we go. They're on eco, unless they want to go for another force, in which case I may just leave the room. If they go for another force here, I'm done. No, they're going for the eco. Okay, this is the correct play. And maybe, you know, they can get a couple kills. We've already seen what they're capable of doing with pistols without the armor anyway. They play a bit slower. There's a chance they can take some weapons away. But for me, this is an eco 1 round too late.
Yeah, this definitely should have happened last round. I agree with you 100% there, Metuz. But, I mean, they're a good aiming team, so they're playing to their strengths. It's just, oh man, what a fast mop-up. MSL with 3. The other frags go for Pimp and AZ. That's 5-2 now. But, yeah, I mean, EFrag has great aim. They're playing to their strengths. But every once in a while, don't risk the force buy. Make the save. Try and get a bomb plant to give yourself a better chance in the following round to get guns up and use your aim at a higher percentage. You get to use more of your aim with an AK.
Exactly. That's pretty much exactly how I feel as well. They do have AKs now. That was kind of a throwaway round. They weren't expecting to get much done there. They get the bomb plant, brilliant, but that doesn't happen. Now with AKs, they're going to be able to make something happen. The problem is, though, from both teams' perspective, like, Dignitas are winning with assault rifles. There's no need for them to trade onto an AWP. As soon as, I think, a player dies here, it's likely they may switch a couple weapons across and give the Pimp that AWP. On EFrag, they just haven't had the economy to really have an AWP so far, and that's because of the force buys they've gone for. So let's see if they can pull something out this round, or maybe even if in the future they can get enough economy built up. If they go for the AWP, that's going to give them an extra layer to their strats. They can go for the picks instead. They're just being forced into mid now, and this, for me, is where EFrag kind of fall behind. It's these strats kind of situations. The mid-round calling that sometimes proves to be a bridge too far.
Yeah, definitely getting shut down in the bathrooms right now. They got one player over near Party. He will get a shot. That's going to be Spy Leader able to take down Nico. So now we're going to have Spy Leader and Victor left alive. 2 versus 4. They are together in the lower bathrooms. But they have a tough road ahead of them. MSL is already into the bomb site. We already have Pimp working his way into the bank. And things are looking pretty good for them right now with Spy Leader a little bit weak. Victor not at the greatest HP, but they're going to go for the plant anyways. They're going to throw it down in the smoke. Try and get it planted, but MSL is going to be there for the initial frag. Victor, the last one left. Can he hit the shot? He will hit it. He should have time to get in there and get this bomb plant. He's 1v2. Got to be careful, though. Oh, that Molotov took such a great bounce in favor of EFrag.
It really did. That was a brutal Molotov. It may not end up mattering because Victor was so low on HP, but still, the damage done. Dignitas win this. I'm expecting to see an ult picked up next round. And when Victor's bottom fragging alongside Dreamer, that's where things get a bit scary for E-Frag. These are the two guys that are typically dropping the 20s or 30s on Overpass. And we do have the ult coming in. So Dignitas now going to be able to run with that one. E-Frag, they're going to go for AKs. They're maybe going to force up with a glass cannon AWP. I'm not entirely sure. I think they'll probably just go with full AK buy up here. It's actually Nico that's going to be running with it, which is interesting.
So we are going to have that AWP come out. It's going to go into the hands of Nico. Nico's going to force Upper Park, and looks like he's going to go for the boost. He will boost himself up, but he does have a teammate up close. So they're going to try and play a little bit on the bait here, and they're putting a ton of emphasis on being very aggressive outside Upper Park and Bathrooms, and it's working out for him. Oh, Pimp's finally able to hit the shot, trying to spray for another one, but Nico with the AWP is using it so effectively. AZ will shut the round out. Nico with a 3K. That's going to be 7-2 now in favor of Dignitas. And what a good bank play there. They bank on the fact that E-Frag's going to work towards the Upper Park and Bathrooms. They stack in that area. They get aggressive on it, and it works.
Oh yeah, and they had a great stack as well onto long and player behind. I think it was Pimp that was behind the tree, and then Nico was in a more backward position, maybe pushing out of the bathroom long area, and just fantastic crossfire. This is why a lot of teams do Molotov tree preemptively, because it's so difficult to force out once you spot a player there. And now E-Frag are back into another force by Tech9s. I can understand this one. They've got full round loss bonus coming in. They can buy up next round whatever happens. They do lack quite a lot of utility though, just a flash and a smoke in their hands. They've lost the first player. Here comes the push in. Victor taking point, does heavy damage. He gets traded out. NKL's followed suit, and now it's all on Spy Leader, who only lasts a couple more seconds. Dignitas with the 8-2 lead. This is fantastic start from them.
Dignitas looks like they're calling out when the eco rounds are happening really well. They're setting themselves up in good positions to counteract the ecos. The more this game continues between these two teams, the more comfortable it looks like Dignitas is getting with E-Frag's really aggressive eco force buys that come out, and Dignitas is just allowing E-Frag to play right into it and set themselves up in great crossfires, great positions to play angles, and just out-frag against the pistols.
And the issue is now for E-Frag, they look a bit uninspired, which is surprising to me because they're typically a team that are so unpredictable and so difficult to read at times that they just catch the enemy off guard. But it's really Dignitas who are going for the aggressive plays, the explosions through the likes of Short. They get the 2-for-1 trade just off a pop flash. And E-Frag, this is the issue. They kind of get caught in this weird mentality sometimes in Overpass when I've casted them in the mid round scenarios where they're like, where do we go, guys? Do we just go for the entries? Do we play slower? Their strats aren't quite on point, and Dignitas are just ripping them to shreds.
Yeah, Dignitas is absolutely having their way with E-Frag right now. E-Frag will be back onto a buy, though, so Dignitas also want to buy, but their economy is so stacked right now. We're into round 12. If Dignitas starts losing now, they're fine. They have more than enough money to carry them all the way through this on buys at this point. And E-Frag, on the other side of things, they're going to have to try and reset their own economy here to get something rolling. And then if they win this round and drop round 13, they're going to be back into saves. And Dignitas is going to be cruising at that point towards that 12-3 scoreline.
Absolutely, and this is a pick ban phase that I thought heavily favored E-Frag, but they just haven't shown up really today, especially not on Overpass. Inferno was a lot closer. Dreamer, though, is able to get the frag and survive with 18 HP. This is the best chance that E-Frag have had in quite a while on their T side, and it's so important they pick this one up and they run home with it. 2 players stacked on A from Dignitas. They only have KIB, who's on B by himself. But with Dreamer being so low, there's always a chance that Dignitas could pull this off. With Nico's up as well, and the guy's been pulling off some pretty sick shots. And AZ, 16 for 3, still alive, but he just gets picked off as I mentioned it. 2 players left for Dignitas. Nico goes for the peak, gets the first frag in the head of Dreamer. The Molotov as well will stop the terrorists from pushing for a few more seconds. This is going to be very hard for the CTs to hold on to. But with KIB's pull off, who knows, maybe this is doable, Misled.
He's trying to make something happen here. Nico's going to be the last one in the sight. Hits the fast shot on the Spy Leader. 1v2 now. He knows where the bomb is planted. He should know that they're both taking positions in the bathroom, so he's going to have a tough time trying to make this. He will fake it initially, misses the first shot, goes for it again on the fake. They know he's not on it. Molotov goes down. He's got to hunt these frags here. Hunting for the first one, doesn't find it. Time is running out. He's not going to be able to get this done. 1v2. He has to bail out, so E-Frag will be able to get themselves a round win. That'll make the score 9-3. And E-Frag has officially reset their economy here, so this is the situation I was talking about. They win their 3rd round if they don't win their 4th round right in a row here, completely reset their economy. They're going on to a save. Dignitas is cruising towards that 12-3 scoreline.
They are in cruise control. I feel a bit sorry for Nico there because he backed away at the end and picked up a Molotov. If he gets that Molotov halfway through that 1v2 clutch, he can throw it into bathroom. It funnels both of the terrorists into short. We already saw that Nico was very low. There's a chance with that Molotov he could have clutched it. Very unfortunate for him. It's no one's real fault, but 9-3 is a score. And EFRAG, as you say, man, this is so important. They have to start getting rounds.
Yeah, we only have a few left in this. They can make this a 9-6 if they win out from this point to really give themselves a shot. But, I mean, honestly, I expected a lot more from EFRAG from the T side of this map. I've seen them play it before, too, and this is one of their really good maps. But Dignitas just has their number. Like I said, they look like they're so comfortable against this eco playstyle that it's just giving EFRAG a ton of problems here, Metuz.
Yeah, it really is, and surprisingly so as well. I thought their T side would be much more potent than this, but who knows? Maybe they do end up winning this half at 9-6. Anything's possible in Counter-Strike, especially in a map like this. 9-6 would be a good half. I think with 5, even, they could feasibly pull this one back, EFRAG, if they start to get their minds in the right places. Good boost up, but Nico unable to actually connect the dots there. That is a lot of information to the CTs, though, and I expect to see, with these smokes down, the Molotovs, the grenades, to be fired in through the CTs. Can EFRAG push on to this site? If they can't, they could find themselves well and truly behind after this half.
Yeah, good smokes come down from them. They're able to get a bomb plant. Spy Leader's actually able to get away with the bomb plant and not actually go down. So this is the EFRAG playstyle that we should expect on this map. A good, clean site take. Spy Leader in a great position to pick up one, going for a second, but Nico is there with the op to prevent that from happening, as NKL will get a trade out frag. Here comes Carby, able to push down, doesn't get anything. Nico's able to get 2. Can he pull out the pistol and grab another? He won't be able to do it. He stopped at 3 frags. Streamer gets 3 of his own, though. That's a 4th round now for EFRAG, so they get 2 in a row, build their economy. They can continue to buy into these rounds, and Dignitas is now kind of starting to hurt a little bit. They still have more than enough money to do the rebuy for the last round if they drop this one.
I think we saw something really interesting there as well. EFRAG could have picked up the AWP from Nico's corpse. They elected to keep with AK-47s. That could mean we're going to see a B take here, because the AWP is just not that effective when it comes to the B take. AKs are much better through the smoke, through the flashbangs, and that appears to be the case. They've gone A a lot. I think a B take now is a perfect call. And look at Dignitas. They've stacked 3 players in long. If ever there was a time to go B, EFRAG, it's right here, right now.
Yeah, so again, they're going with that B split. They're going to send a few players, or 4 players to be exact, to be trying to work their way up. Short through construction. One is going to work his way out. Monster, good hold initially from MSL, but he does get punished at the end of it from Toxic. Not able to find a shot fast enough. So Pyrobe kind of locked out in the open over by Graffiti right now, as it will be a 4-man retake attempt coming out from Dignitas.
This is so difficult to pull off, especially the positions of EFRAG, although the first frag does go back for AZ. Good trade out from Dreamer. Kiaibi somehow snuck his way onto the site, gets the frag onto Dreamer, looking for the second, takes him down as well. Maybe there is still life left. That pop flash was fantastic. It is a team kill from NKL. The bomb is being defused, and NKL peeks around the corner, picks himself up a frag. And this is going to be so close, but I think Dignitas just about have it. No, they don't. They're a second away. And EFRAG get their 5th round. Deary me, that was a crazy 14th round. I didn't know what the hell was happening. NKL somehow clutches it for his team.
Yeah, that was absolutely huge. There was 2 smokes down in his face, preventing him from having good sight on the bomb diffuser, but having good wherewithal, looking, figuring out, remembering where the bomb was planted, made the initial spray, hit the shot, didn't go for the man that was trying to gunfight him, just wanted to kill the bomb planter to get him off and take more time for the man that would eventually trade the frag out, and it works out in favor of EFRAG, and they're able to make that happen. That's a 5th round now, so they're cruising into this thing, maybe going to make a 9-6 half out of this and salvage this half and not come away with only 2 or 3 rounds like it was looking like they were going to.
Exactly. As I said, I think 5 rounds is workable. It's not great. I think you want 6 or 7 rounds as T-side here, especially from EFRAG's perspective, because their CT side can be shaky. But this is doable now. They have lost the first couple players, which is going to be a heavy, heavy dampening blow on EFRAG, but the last 3 are going short. And it appears that Dignitas going for that boost again. Let me just quickly switch. Yeah, there's a boost from AZ and Nico. I was about to say they've only got 1 player on A, but that's just the minimap troll on me. They've got 2 players on A, so they should be good to go here. 54 seconds. All the pressure on EFRAG.
Yeah, EFRAG trying to work their way back towards the B bomb site right now with the bomber. All 3 members going that way. One's going to be going monster. 2 are going to be trying to work their way up through construction. But We have Kyrie right there. Same with MSL. They're both ready for this one. And oh, man, he's able to shut down the initial two and finally goes down to Dreamer. Dreamer does take down MSL and KRB, and he's going to continue to try and work, but he's down to 45 HP. Nades are coming out. No save can come. This is the final round here. Oh, Pimp gets up on the boost. Pimp knows exactly where he's at. This is going to be a hard bomb for him to get. He's got to take down the initial one. Hits it, but Pimp is boosted up. Will hit the shot. That's going to be a 10-5 half in favor of Team Dignitas, who is now switching to T-side. Let's see what they can do.
Well, I think all things considered, eFrag will be okay with that half. Not fantastic, but considering that it was 10-2 at one point, or 9-2, I should say, I think 10-5 is okay for them. But that being said, Misled, this pistol is absolutely vital for eFrag. If they don't win this pistol, there's almost 1 foot already over the finishing line for Dignitas. That's how important I think this actually is.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 5 rounds normally isn't a super like, oh my god, they need this pistol, but realistically, the way Dignitas is playing, they desperately need this pistol. They need to get the 2 anti-ecos after that. They need to make this a 10-8 scoreline in second half if they're able to. Otherwise, I think Dignitas has enough momentum on their side so far to just run away with this after a pistol round win.
And the other reason why I think they need this pistol so much is because of the way that eFrag just never eco, well, maybe once every map. That itself plays against them. So if they don't win this pistol, they're always going to be on the back foot. They're always going to be against the ropes. That's the other issue for eFrag right now. So I think Dignitas, if they win this pistol, they're in great shape. That being said, though, there's still a long way to go between that 16th round and where we currently reside. And it was also USPs. They're just so ridiculous in this game that eFrag have almost the natural advantage anyway going into this. Well, they're stacking A. I don't think anyone's going to be, okay, with one player, it's going to be Dreamer on B by himself and 2 players down connector.
Oh yeah, they're going down into tunnels right now, and man, they are shutting it down. Victor with 3, Bubble with 1. Only KRB is left, and he will actually fall at the end to Bubble. And man, what great heads-up plays there from eFrag to force down into the tunnels and make that happen.
Yeah, man, just talk about confident, just whitewashing there of Dignitas. Just got absolutely destroyed. And they do go for the force themselves, as expected. No bomb plant down, no reason to save up for round number 3 with AKs. But eFrag needed that, and they just did it with a clinical precision, a surgical almost in how they struck there through connector. I think Victor got 3 headshots. It's going to be a force onto B. Nico taking point through Monster. He's going to get spotted from Dreamer. Does that really give too much away? Probably not, but now that there's multiple players here, it's a case of lining them up. AZ and MSL do bounce back, though. This has gone horribly wrong for eFrag, who have just gone for that force. Dignitas in great shape.
Dignitas looking good. It just now gets evened out into a 3-on-3, but bomb planted. Good positioning here from Team Dignitas. They don't have guns in their hands. Only Pimp does. He's picked up 1. They're going to throw a smoke down. Initially, they're going to throw 2 smokes down. That's going to force the issue here. Pimp is going to push up. They're going to force this to only 2 CTs alive. Only Bubble left alive, and that's going to be Pimp who picks it up. And Dignitas comes back on an eco round, able to take down eFrag, and that's 11-6 now, and that could be absolutely horrendous here for eFrag's hopes.
That is a critical strike right to the feels of eFrag, right to the bank balance as well. You can see they've got no economy to play with. They're going to go for the force, try and break back on Dignitas, but these are the kind of moments that it's effectively a 2-for-1, maybe even a 3-for-1 round for Dignitas. That's how important this round is. So 18 could be the moment that sees an epic comeback on tracks, or Dignitas just running away with overpass.
This is going to be a very, very tough round here for eFrag to actually make this happen with. Man, they're trying to force as much as they can. Dignitas feels like the force is coming out. And again, they read them. It's not really hard to read eFrag so far from what we've seen. They force buy. They force buy a lot. You know it should be coming out here, so just play the angles. Wait for somebody to get aggressive and take them down. You don't want to start it off with Spy Leader using a CC-75 to take down MSL, and you have to trade the frag. But still, 4-4 now. No gun is picked up in the hands of eFrag, and Dignitas can still work this thing, and they have the advantage now, as the CTs are going to have to split up a little bit more. So instead of having a 4 versus 3 battle somewhere, it should end up being a 4-on-2, but it will be 4-on-3 at B.
That's a good entry from Kaibi. Also, the pop flash comes on in, so he gets a double frag. Nico's there as well. It's all on Bubble, and he raised a key point there. They got the 1-for-1 trade, but they didn't get an assault rifle out with it. That could have been all the difference for eFrag on the site. Bubble now will probably just want to save this. It's still a 5-7 with Kevlar and a flashbang. That's still a fair chunk of change to be throwing away. May look for an exit frag towards the T spawn, but either way, Dignitas will be 12-6 after this round, which is a fantastic scoreline on T side of Overpass.
Yeah, they are looking on point now. Dignitas will walk away with that, as Metuz just said. That's going to be 12 rounds in their favor. And Bubble, at this point, this is looking really rough for EFrag, economy-wise, in the dumps. And man, Bubble is lagging something absolutely fierce right now, too. I noticed that on map number 1, only in first half. I didn't really see it in the second half, but he is lagging very bad right now.
200 ping. It is dropping somewhat, but that's fairly brutal to play against. Like when I play on NA servers on CEVO, I've got 80 ping and I feel that, so I can't even imagine what he's feeling like with 200 right now.
You have 80
they may
ping?
just...
What?
New York.
You live in which country?
England, Newcastle.
Wow,
I'm kind of lucky.
Friends. We're not friends anymore. I don't like you. I can't even play on central servers from the West Coast with under 80 ping.
I've heard it's terrible. Like I play with Helium, who lives in Florida, and apparently I have better ping to New York than he does. So rip.
Yeah, we're not friends, by the way. We're no longer friends. I don't like Metuz. He's mean. You guys heard him verbally assault me with his better internet. But
I'm sorry.
Dignitas is looking so good right now. They've already they lost one player. Bubble was able to take down Pimp, but they did get a trade out frag onto Victor, and yeah, they're looking on point right now.
Yeah, they're looking great, really. Dignitas has shown up today. A lot of people were naysaying them, saying EFrag, you know, they've got the momentum, they're a better team right now. Dignitas saying, nope, we're still definitely in an upper league right now compared to EFrag. And they've been performing that way. I mean, Inferno was close at parts, it was backwards and forwards, but Overpass has just been pretty one-sided. And honestly, 12-6 is maybe a bit kind to EFrag. This could have been 14-4, 15-3 kind of territory.
Yeah, it easily could have. They've worked it back into a 3-on-3, though, and I mean, EFrag is still trying to battle into this one. As you can see, some pistols coming out from them. They do go for more of a save round for themselves, though, to really try and give themselves a shot, a better chance into this one, because this is only a best of 2. This is last map for them. They want to come away with some points to start the season off. They have to win here. And Dignitas will push their way into the B bomb site, but 2 players are down in the water, not trying to find any shots yet. Now they're going to peek out. Now they both get spotted. They do get one for their trouble. Dreamer's able to come in from the side, does pick up the AK, gets himself 3, and that's what EFrag needed. That's a 7th round now for them, and they stop Dignitas on an eco.
Massive, absolutely massive plays from Dreamer. If he can start to dust the cobwebs off, there's still hope yet for EFrag. 12-7, Dignitas though on the T side with a bunch of rounds already in their favor, with a couple bomb plants in quick succession as well. We'll be back to AK-47s. They could have afforded an AWP if they wanted to, but they elect not to on Nico. Instead, he goes for the AK. And the same is said for EFrag. No AWPs today for them. That being said, though, how's it going to shape up? I think Dignitas, if they start to play a bit more A-centric, they could get the better of EFrag. I think EFrag's kind of aim when it comes down to just ridiculous like headshot potential is going to work much better on B than it is A. That's just the way I'm feeling. So I think Dignitas, if they start to try and exploit long a lot more and toilets, they should get success.
Yeah, so into round 20, both teams are, excuse me, both teams are fully bought up into this thing. So let's see who's going to come away with the win here. EFrag, they need to string together, need to put that 2 in a row for themselves. Team Dignitas is standing in their way. Oh, what a great peek right there. That is going to be NKL who gets that information. Oh, but he takes so much damage from Kyrie. That was absolutely rough.
Yeah, lots of damage. Also, Spylead has been chunked down to 48 as well, alongside NKL. And one thing that EFrag do a lot against other teams is they push aggressively into Connector. Connector is such a huge vital area for the Ts. And EFrag are not doing that, so they clearly respect Dignitas a hell of a lot. And that, in turn, is putting them off their own game. They like to be an aggressive team on Ts and CTs. This could prove to be their downfall today.
That could be a great nade right there, and it actually misses its mark. It goes a little far. That could have been amazing in favor of EFrag, as we actually have Dignitas trying to work their way up. AZ's right there in the face of Bubble. Will be able to take him down. They're still going to try to work here. No, AZ almost goes down, but he will actually get taken down from the side by Spy Leader out of the bank. He had, who was that in front of him? I believe that was Victor. Yeah, Victor was right in front of him, almost went down to him, but bomb planted, a bomb site. It will be a 3-man retake attempt here, as they got to try and get their way into the site. They will be working against Pimp, Nico, MSL, and Kyrie. Let's see if they can get in there, and they're going to push. They're going to push down into the lower park area at the bathrooms, and the frags are going all in favor of Dignitas. That's going to be 13-7. As Dignitas is going to prevent EFrag from getting 2 in a row, and the hard reset has now happened.
Yeah, it has came in. That really hurts EFrag. They're on the force. desperation plays maybe coming in just to one assault rifle. The positions from Dignitas there for the retake were absolutely perfect. They also had a couple grenades, so they could have just pinged them onto the site as soon as eFrag tried to defuse the bomb. So I think eFrag were pretty much down and out there. But when you're in a 4v3, you never want to bite the bullet, especially when you know that the potential resets coming in to actually save those weapons. It's just the way eFrag play. It does put them in a pretty bad position here in round 21. Bubble, though, this is more like it. This is more the aggressive plays that I've came to expect from eFrag. It could pay out for them. Victor gets the first headshot. Bubble's in really good position here, Misled. If he just keeps his position, he could get frags, and he peeks, and he pays the ultimate price. And that could be the round slipping away from eFrag as well.
Just really curious why he didn't force up after that good flashbang. His teammate had to have been calling from stairs that, hey, they're blind. They are completely blind. I'm fighting 3 players with just a pistol. They're not able to kill me. I'm really curious as to why he didn't actually push out, because he would have had 2 easy frags right there, and they would have had the man advantage going forward. He wouldn't have went down. But there's Dreamer able to get one on KRB, and that's going to make it a 2 versus 2 now. As Dignitas is only Pimp and AZ left alive, and we have Dreamer and NKL up for eFrag. So they still have a chance to get 2 rounds in a row here, as Dignitas will be working the upper part towards the A bomb site.
Yeah, and I fully agree with what you said before. You have to pick the right moments. If he struck when it was flashbang, there's a chance he can get frags, but he peaks after the flashbang when he's much more vulnerable. That being said, though, 25 seconds left in the round, and the T's are pushing up long. This is going to put NKL in a precarious position. He is in a good spot here, honestly, all things considered, not knowing anything. He has now heard the gunfire. He's seen the smokes came down. He knows it's an A plant. First player falls. He gets the drop onto Pimp and gets the frag as well. eFrag somehow. Is that the second eco in a row that they've won? I think it is.
Yeah. Yes,
maybe they should just play with pistols from now on.
Apparently, they just need to, because before the force buys weren't working, and now finally the force buys are kind of working, because they did have armor on some of their players into that, and they did buy some utility, so they did put some money into it. And I mean, as you can see, they're still not having the greatest economy here. They are able to get some good utility grenades out of this. I mean, Bubble only able to get himself the FAMAS to have everything else that he needs. And already they are opening it up on MSL. Take him down. Nico's low on HP. It's going to be Dignitas trying to force their way into that B bomb site. AZ's able to get his nose into the situation, find himself a frag before Spy Leader doesn't go down somehow. The jump over. AZ is still going to be up. Doesn't have a gun yet. Bomb is down in water. Has to go get it. Now he's in a tough spot here. One player's going to be heaven. No, nobody's heaven now. They're both working their way down towards Graffiti. He's going to try and smoke off heaven, but it completely missed. So now, even tougher as the CTs are both forced up. He's able to get one. Still in this fight. Can't take down Victor. And that will be another round in favor of eFrag, as the score will now be 13-9. And I mean, eFrag has some life. They're not just dying.
They do, but losing 4 players there, man, just absolutely destroys their economy once more. So it's going to be for masses. They're going to have bare bones grenades as well. They've probably got enough to work with. But again, they're just on the edge. They're on that tipping point that if they lose this round, it's back to another force buy more than likely. And now Dignitas do come back with weapons of their own, including full grenades with a Galil on MSL. And so let's see if eFrag can repel this once more.
So eFrag is still trying to string together more round wins. That's 2 in a row for them, which really helps out. But all the rebuys, again, another map, the same situation. Tons of rebuys doesn't make your economy great. This round, they have 2 FAMASs out. They do have head armor. They don't got a lot of utility. They've used quite a bit. Spy Leader's able to take down the first one. They're going to throw the flashbang out and try and peek off it. He is able to take down Nico before AZ collects him, as Pimp will find a frag also. They'll even it out at 3-on-3 now.
Very aggressive start from that round from eFrag, pushing down long. They did get the early information, but a 2-for-2 trade will favor the terrorists, not just in this round, but also economically speaking, because we already talked about the very suspect economy from eFrag. Dreamer's in a pretty good position here. I don't think KIB will expect this one, but you can see the strength in numbers. They have the grenades as well, so they could pop flash over. We've already seen Dignitas do that. They pop flash, and KIB will go in first and try and get those picks, the entry frags. This is tough for eFrag. It's just Dreamer by himself. He can get a frag here. There's a chance. If he dies without getting anything in return, that could be the round done. There's the first one. FAMAS pushes in, gets traded out, but this could buy up enough time for the rest of eFrag to rotate onto the site.
They're going to drop those smokes down. They're worried about that water play again. They have to honor it. They know nobody's there now. They're able to get the plant off. Oh, KRB almost goes down, throwing down that flashbang. AZ has to hit that shot. He can't do it. Victor was blind, and he will fall. So they think that Kyrie was over there near construction, but look at this from Victor. He looked like he wanted to play the angle. He will play the angle. They're going to fake it and get right back on it after Victor takes down Kyrie, and that is going to be a 10th round now for EFrag as they're within 3, so they have a lot of life here from the CT side, and they're preventing Dignitas from being able to get this thing close to closing it out.
I don't like calling out plays, especially players that are 26 for 13. AZ has had a phenomenal map here, but he really should have killed Victor. Victor was flashbanged. That kill was crucial in a 2v2, gives the huge upper hand to Dignitas if he lands that. He misses. He did ask for the HP at the end, so clearly thought that his bullets were on, but the simple fact of the matter is that if AZ gets that frag, Dignitas are now 14-9 up instead of 13-10 on an eco. That's how crucial that kill actually was. EFrag now looking pretty good. They finally got some economy back in their favor, but again, it's that kind of point where if Dignitas just rush through in at sight and pick off heads, they could still clutch this one out really quickly.
And this game has had a lot of eco-round victories or pistol-buying victories coming out for both teams. So it's not entirely out of the realm of possibilities that we could have Dignitas. They're going to force the issue at the A bomb site. They're just waiting and hanging out now. And still, again, EFrag losing a ton of players to make these wins happen. Bubble, with only a FAMAS here, their economy is in check. All it's going to take is one round win for Dignitas to put themselves right back into this and force EFrag onto a save. And it looks like they're getting close to doing it here. Spy Leader's going to be the last one over there until his teammate rotates over. He's down to 8 HP. They get the bomb planted at the A bomb site. They spread out now, try and take some angles, but man, they have Pimp right there ready. If Spy Leader comes out and he gets melted, Dreamer's able to string that together into 2 frags. Now with 2-on-2, with Nico ready for anybody to come up past the dumpster. He gets the first shot, gonna look back towards it. He will take down Dreamer, and that's a big eco round victory for Dignitas. And that should force EFrag into a situation where they're either gonna full save here or they're gonna buy out into this one, force buy.
Yeah, they're playing for the... Yeah, I don't understand. I guess I'm trying to empathize, put myself in their position. I think they just want to go for the all-out win. They can still fall back and go for another force buy to draw this one, but this is so risky. That being said, I mean, they should have won that last round. They had the crossfires. It's just a case of, I think, a couple of flashes came in too late from EFrag. They got caught in transition, and Dignitas, all credit to them, they pulled off 2 sick one-dinks to actually get the entries onto the site. EFrag, again, go for the aggressive play. The pop flash comes out. They do get the frag from Bubble, almost deja vu moment for me, but he gets traded out, and now Dignitas get themselves picked off from Victor, so who knows, maybe they can clutch another eco round, well, a force buy, I should say, from EFrag.
Yeah, and if EFrag is not able to win this, that should put Dignitas into that map and match point position where EFrag's not going to have anything for money, so they're banking really hard into this one to keep their team alive, and it is going to be a 3-on-3. They're running around trying to find some of those rifles, but they're not able to get any of them, and they're all going to rotate through B towards the A bomb site. Smart rotate now, as that's exactly where it's coming. Yeah, they're going to be able to say that. Spy Leader's like, yeah, we got smokes and flashbangs coming out here. It's A, get into the site, get ready to defend this thing. MSL's going to try and put the bomb down. Let's see if Dreamer goes for the peek. Dreamer's able to hit Kyrie, and he's able to turn it into 2 frags. Now it's all up to Pimp, and Pimp will close it down, gets himself 3 at the end of the round. Dignitas just put the final nail in the coffin of EFrag with that one. They're going to have to force buy again, and Dignitas should be able to do the same thing and win this.
What a performance from Dignitas. I can understand there in the 1v1 why couldn't quite catch who the last player for EFrag was, but he went for that peek onto Pimp, trying to just basically catch him out of place, right? Trying to catch him off guard, because you're not expecting that push to come in, but man, oh man, EFrag now have themselves a scout and 4-5-7s. I think that's the life support machine maybe ready to be unplugged from EFrag, because this is not looking good at all.
Dignitas does open it up. That's going to be Pimp able to take down Spy Leader. They have NKL still in the site. He's able to hit the first one, and KRB still trying to force his way around in the water. Will go down to MSL. Now it's going to be a 4 versus 2, excuse me. Both players in heaven. They are just bait for the AKs, and that will do it. 16-10 victory in favor of Team Dignitas as they take down EFrag, and they walk away with the win. No tie. Pure win today. Dignitas starts their season off correctly with 2 points in their column. And I mean, EFrag is going to walk away with this with none.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. If you'd have asked me at the start of that, like, who I thought was win, I said EFrag. At worst case scenario, I'd say a draw. I thought maybe Dignitas could pick up their Inferno, but I would put everything on EFrag taking over pass. Completely wrong on that case. EFrag didn't necessarily show up, but I'm taking nothing away from Dignitas. Dignitas were fantastic, especially on their CT side of overpass. That was really solid.
Yeah, they were looking absolutely great there. I agree with you 100%, Menace. We talked about it beforehand. I said this was going to be an EFrag game, hands down. They got this thing. I think it might be a close game in favor of EFrag, but I figured, yeah, man, EFrag's going to take this thing home. They're going to walk away with the win. Couldn't have been more wrong. They didn't even get a tie, man. They had one map close, which was their pick, and that's it. I mean, Inferno was rough. That was rough. And you have to think, or at least I think, I don't know how you feel about it, but man, there were so many rounds that should have been saves instead of force buys that would have really set them up better. I mean, there was a lot of times where they turned what should have been one save and then a buy round into 2 force buys and then a save, and it's like you literally just lost 3 rounds when you could have only lost 1 and then had a really, really good chance to win a full buy round, a full gun round for yourselves. Instead, you're wasting 3 rounds on it.
Yeah, there was one particular moment there on their T side where they went for a Galil, and I think it was 3 Tech 9/CZ force buy, and I said, this is too early for the force buy. It should have been an extra round so you could get more AKs, you get more Galils, and that ended up being a crippling blow for them on their T side. And it was early on as well. That's the weird thing. Like, if you want to go for the desperations towards the second half, well, the second quarter of the first half, I should say, I can get behind that. If you do it in the early stage, though, it could effectively domino effect screw the rest of your half, and that's what we saw happen there. So yeah, I would say for EFrag, and I've been saying this for ages since I started casting them back in G-Play, these guys force buy too much. They force by way too much, and they're often their own worst enemy. And we saw that again today. Dignitas' CT performances, though, were absolute shutdowns. They were fantastic. To keep EFrag on 3 rounds, I think it was, on Inferno T side is amazing, because they normally get 5 or 6 rounds at least, if not more.
That was just a rough outing all the way across the board for EFrag. I expected more. I thought they were going to do better. And again, they are a T-sided team. They perform really well. It plays better to their force buy, real aggressive style. Dignitas just had their number today. And when we got into map number 2, Dignitas was on point and doing well. They were reading everything that EFrag was doing. They were used to their play style. They didn't have any issues preventing EFrag from getting into the bomb sites. I mean, they did great. They locked down B, they locked down A really well. They had some great plays. The 3-man stack in the upper park with Nico with the op, and then who was it? All the way forced up. I mean, it was ridiculous. They read it so well.
Yeah, it was Pimp. Pimp and Nico were like this 2-man death squad. They kept pushing all the time. And that's the key thing. What surprised me is that EFrag, who are normally the most aggressive team on both sides that you can really see at the top level of Counter-Strike right now, for my money, were very, very passive on their CT side. Only when we saw the pistol forces up coming out were they aggressive. It was Bubble, who was constantly in bathroom, Victor, who was going through connector. I'd have liked to see them try and run with weapons and do the same things, really try and catch the T's off guard, but that wasn't the case. And I think that was purely just like respect coming from EFrag and Dignitas, saying, look, if we try and battle these guys, we're going to lose, so let's play passive. That knocks them off their game, and then we see the rest is history. They just end up getting, well, pretty comprehensively beat on overpass at least.
Yeah. But that will do it for us tonight, or today. Tonight for you, I guess, already. For me, my day is just starting. It's like 1 o'clock right now for me. I'm dialed in to go have some fun now. But again, thank you guys for showing up. We appreciate it. If you guys don't mind, you like what we do, you want to talk to us, hit us up. Make sure you follow at CEVO, at MLG on Twitter. Then if you like us as casters, make sure you follow us. That's going to be at Metuz, METUZ TV. He's going to be Metuz over there. And then mine is going to be at Misled138. Hit us up with those follows. Talk to us, do whatever. But we're not done for the day. CEVO has more stuff tonight. We got North American games. We have 2 best of 2s coming up tonight. So make sure you guys stay tuned for those. Get your bets in on CSGO Lounge now if you want to bet on the North American games. Don't wait till the last minute. The bots will get overrun with bets, and you're not going to be able to get your bet in. So if you think you want to bet on it, do your research right now. Get your bets in early. Make sure you can have fun on that. But again, that's going to do it for us, guys. So thank you again for watching, and get us out of here, Metuz.
Well, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Really appreciate you tuning in. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time.